All right, we have that weather impact alert for today. Of course, those risks have been different from this morning than what we have for this afternoon into the evening hours. This morning, we were talking about that hail threat. We were talking about that strong wind threat. We definitely did have some hail. We had some severe thunderstorm warnings early this morning. But since then, it has really turned into that flooding threat. We have some flash flood warnings across northwest Arkansas and parts of the river valley. That heavy rainfall has trained over the same area over the past several hours. Still got a lot more rainfall to go as well. Again, you know where those low-lying areas are in your neighborhood, those streams, those creeks close to the river as well. That's what's going to be the flooding concern, not only for today, but for most of your Saturday as well. Really, as we get into late afternoon, early evening hours, that's when we're thinking that that severe weather threat comes back into the forecast. But it is for a secluded area for us. That's going to be across the river valley, mainly south of I-40. It's going to have the best chance for that tornado risk. Doesn't mean that other areas aren't included in that, but it's the highest chance further east you live, further southeast you live, central Arkansas, that's going to have the highest risk for today. We take a look across northwest Arkansas. This is what we have right now, those scattered, isolated thunderstorms, heavy rainfall at times as well. For the most part, or for all of us actually right now, it's staying well below the severe limits. That's the good news right now, but it's a lot of heavy rainfall out there. We've had multiple accidents today as well. Those roads are very wet right now. That's going to remain the same as we go on throughout the afternoon hours into the evening as well. Across the river valley, outside of areas like parts of Franklin and Johnson, Logan, Scott, Sebastian, and LeFlore County. Unfortunately, that's some of those county names that we've been mentioning as that tornado risk as well. A few scattered showers, but not much in the way of activity. You do find some heavier rainfall, though, in the Fort Smith area, near Alma, Sequoia County, parts of northern LeFlore County as well. And that's where that rainfall is moving straight up towards the northeast, eventually in northwest Arkansas as well. Again, here's that updated list. Changes a little bit, but not much. Again, that warm sector, that warm front going to be trying to evolve across parts of the river valley from the south. That's going to increase that tornado threat, that level 4 out of 5 risk from the Storm Prediction Center for Johnson, Logan, Scott, parts of Franklin, parts of Sebastian, and parts of LeFlore County. The rest of northwest Arkansas, most of eastern Oklahoma as well, just that level 2 slight risk. Sure, we could see some additional thunderstorms, but really the severe weather concern late afternoon, early evening is going to be those counties that we just mentioned. And of course, that highest threat, like we've been talking about leading up to this event, is going to be that tornado potential. You see everything highlighted in red. Even that yellow there has the chances of seeing a few of those spots of rotation. That's what we're going to be looking out for by the time we get into this late afternoon and the early evening hours, even late this evening. We're going to be seeing those thunderstorms exit our viewing area, but then trying to work their way into central Arkansas as well. Futurecast shows us this. This is right now. We have those scattered thunderstorms out there right now remaining below the severe limit. By the time we get closer towards 3, even 3:30, that's when we could start to see some of those strong to severe thunderstorms developing once again. And you see how this progresses as we get into the evening hours, starting to see those brighter colors, stronger thunderstorms, more severe chance as well as you work further southeast, Johnson, Logan, Scott, into parts of Franklin, Sebastian, and LeFlore County. That's where my concern is. Even as this pushes off towards central Arkansas, you can see just how much that develops. But once we get late this evening and that severe threat is done for, we enter into this lull where we're not going to have much in the way of any rain until we get to Saturday morning, and then some very heavy rainfall is going to return back into the forecast. Let's highlight that threat once again. Again, this is the highest risk for today, that tornado risk, Johnson, Logan, parts of Scott, and to Franklin, even parts of Madison County clip there as well. Sebastian and LeFlore County, everything highlighted in red there. That's where the most instability is going to be, or that storm fuel. Here's a good picture of it. Again, that warm front is on the move right now, and as it moves up towards the north, it's going to include parts of the river valley that we just mentioned. You see the threat is higher for central Arkansas, but we still have that threat as well. Extra energy moving in as well. That's what those storms are going to feed off of, and that's where we could see some of that rotation as well, leading us to believe that that tornado threat would be a bit higher. You see where the threat is right now, but you see by the time we get closer towards the late afternoon, early evening, that's where we could see the chances of some of that rotation as well before that system pushes off towards the east. Unfortunately, Unfortunately, though, we have to deal with the heavy rainfall still. Here's Saturday morning. Scattered showers, heavy rainfall continue throughout most of our Saturday morning. Good news is the severe threat is much lower. It's just going to be that flooding threat throughout the day. By the time we get into the late afternoon, early evening hours of Saturday, sure, we start to see that heavy rainfall maybe coming down just a tick, but most of the day on Saturday leaning towards that washout potential before we get to Sunday and a few more scattered showers here and there. I wouldn't be surprised even Sunday. It's going to be much cooler. You get a few snowflakes for northwest Arkansas. Flood watch continues until Sunday morning. We're thinking an additional 2 to 4 inches of rainfall would be possible. Northwest Arkansas over the next 7 days looks like this. And weather impact alert the rest of the day today due to those chances for some more of that severe weather. For our Saturday, we're expecting to see pretty much a washout all day long. Those scattered showers, heavy rainfall expected for the morning hours. You see how cooler it gets by the time we get to the end of the weekend. Here's the good news. You're sick of the rain. You're sick of the storms. You want to get through today. You want to get through your Saturday. Look ahead towards next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Some sunshine and daytime highs into the upper 60s and low 70s. Just the reward we need after having to deal with all the rain and storms that we still have left to go the rest of the night tonight and into tomorrow. So again, we've mentioned it a bunch. This afternoon into the evening hours, we're going to be on our live streaming platforms. If we have some really nasty weather, we're going to be hopping on 5 News Channel 5 as well. So any way you can get to get those alerts, we'll be here for you the rest of the day.
Yeah, so especially into the afternoon, we'll be keeping up with you guys.
Thank you.
All right, well, thanks, Stephen.